What is shaking, YouTube? Good to be back. Good to have you. What is going on? Hello, Mr. Majid. Good to see you, brother. All right. Quick and dirty. Got a couple things in the gears here. News coming out about Michael Saylor being in trouble. I don't really believe it, but he's definitely not the best investor in the world. But he's still got quite a bit of room to play. His DCA's in at around 66 grand on the Bitcoin. And also you got to remember that he keeps buying, right? So if it goes down lower, he'll keep DCAing more. I mean, he said some really crazy things like he'll buy at $1. If Bitcoin goes down to $1, I'll just buy more, which is kind of psychotic. But the big thing is that the way he uses debt. All right. So he does owe quite a bit. I believe he's looking at around 8.6 billion or so in debt, but he doesn't go about getting his debt in the traditional way. He's not getting it from banks in the traditional way. So his notes will be coming up for renewal in 2027 only. So as long as he can get through this cashing in, and I mean, he's still in a pretty good position. So that stuff, I mean, it's all just fear and FUD. But welcome to the FUD capital of the world right now, which is the markets. A lot of fear, which is always a great place to be looking to buy stuff. Pretty weird, but it's true. And it's weird how some of these news events sort of take over more space than others. Like for me, the stuff that's really worrying is like the GitHub stuff. There's hackers using AI to create these fake GitHub projects, and then they'll just steal your crypto. So that's the kind of stuff that I worry more about, as people getting ripped off in the crypto space is generally not what you want to do. It doesn't bring too much love and hope into the space. We've got Mr. Lars Sigurd Stavasandra here. He says, hey there, Yuna, all the other guys, I'm going for a run. Oh, all right, man. You have a great one, buddy. Enjoy the run. Remember to squeeze it, baby. That's right, because the green candle is coming soon. So let's just talk about where we are here on our price chart. All right, so this was a pretty big zone. I mean, it's a huge zone, never mind. But I was looking to get in on a buy around 90, anywhere from 90 to 89, and it just kept dipping below, which is fine as well. Let's take a peek here. What's going on, Mr. Builder Bob? We've got a, don't know why that's there. We've got a pretty decent support zone here, all right? And this was the last daily level that we had here that we ended up ripping through last night, but then price came back above and it held, all right? So finding support on this daily level so far. And then this is the old support zone from the big range, all right? Now, interestingly, we got this base drop here. So that's on the 4-hour chart. If we look at this on the daily, it doesn't look that scary. This zone here looks like if we do start to move prices back up to the upside, it should be able to get through this relatively easily, fill in this potential fair value gap here, and then we've got this bad boy here to get through. But yeah, gonna have a little supply zone there. So this is really the current range that I'll be looking for the next, couple of days. Next couple of days. This could be a strange week here where we might get a little bit bogged down now. We've had real excessive movement, so let's see if we can start building up a case for supports in this area here. And the other thing is that we've got NVIDIA news coming out after markets close today. So NVIDIA earnings are out, and that is going to be a big one, okay? That is going to be big. So make sure you keep an eye on that. We should get some pretty decent volatility on that. All right. So again, after New York closes today, NVIDIA will release its earnings. So pre-market, if you're trading things other than crypto, all right, but watch for it in crypto because it should move prices, all right? At least bring in some volatility. It doesn't need to really directionally push it, but be very aware of that. If you're in trade when NVIDIA earnings come out, just make sure you're protected. All right, so here we go. Here's the zone. I'll just pop it out there. You're looking at 87,347 down to about 86,000. And we'll look at the zone a little bit closer here on the lower time frames, talk about that a little bit more. And then again, this old support zone that we got to see now, is this going to be flipping to resistance and maybe getting on in here? But again, remember, when there's tons of fear in the market, that's when you should be looking for buy opportunities, when everybody's crapping their pants. Now, I'm not saying that we're not going lower, but this is these are the times where you get in on a high probability day trade for some upside movement, and you could potentially find yourself in a massive squeeze, right? Squeezing those bears. So as everybody thinks that the bears are taking control, that is when things usually turn around, right? Remember, when we were up at 110K, everybody was screaming about, 110K, 109-ish, everybody was screaming about 120 grand. And now that we're at 87-ish, 89-ish, everybody's talking about 70K. So that's just the way it goes. So never mind the noise, just get on the charts, see what we're doing here. Yeah, we could go lower, but we could definitely turn back around, break back into the range. And that's really it here. Okay, so far also today, we're hitting off of the previous day's equilibrium, and we're having a tough time getting above that. All right. Here we go. There's the first test during Asia, which is now our Asia high. Okay, and London has not even really breached that yet. So this is going to be a pretty big level here. And I mean, that's pretty obvious. We've got quite a bit of resistance here on the 1 minute chart. I know it's a low chart, but that's about it. The interesting thing about this zone here, okay, so we break through this zone and you see somebody stepping in here and buying this up. Right, and let's take a quick peek at volume here, which was the only thing that we really missed on the buy side. So a bunch of shorts coming down into this zone, potentially getting trapped, and you do have some huge volume there. So a lot of buys coming in on this candle as well, obviously, right? For price to move down, there has to be buyers and sellers. And then price pushes back up. Very strong looking bull candle there, but the volume was not that great. But it starts to give you an idea already, right? That there is somebody here looking to start filling positions. And then as price comes on down towards the low of the day, you start getting that sort of repeated over and over again. But you can see that the volume is not, it's just not great. It's not bad, right? It's not bad. But if you're looking for a huge move to the upside off of a level like this, you definitely want to see some bigger volume. All right. So this doesn't tell us that this is not a good zone. What it tells us is that potentially the positions are not getting filled, right? And we talked about this in the Discord yesterday, the potential W formation coming in. And that's exactly what happens. We get another big buy candle here, and a huge fair value gap is left. All right, so price comes back down into this order block here, hits the 886, leaves a relatively decent impression that there is buying here, right? Every time we're coming down, we're getting good reaction, and then price moves away. And then it's just a matter of patience, right? O ye of little faith. It is just a matter of patience. I heard, I can't remember who said it, but somebody said W, it looks more like an M, something in the Discord, and just let it be. Just be patient, and once those positions start getting filled, it starts to move away. The other thing too is at the highs here, you don't see, so this is obvious big selling here. But as price comes in, you don't really see that interest in really driving prices back down. So it does give you a little bit of joyous feelings, all right? Then once again, you put in a cute little W here and price pumps away. So this to me is going to be the key level for today. We got to hold this sort of 87 zone, and let's see if we can get above this previous day's equilibrium here and start making a push up to challenge this support zone. Now, this might be a very good place to be looking for a short, all right? So I'm not saying don't short. I'm saying just make sure you're shorting in the right zones. But let's see if we can get a push to the upside now. All right, again, got to be very wary of the data coming out this evening, and we really need to see how New York is going to handle the open here. Since Friday, it's just been straight down, right? So New York is not messing around. It is unloading. So let's see exactly how they started off. But I think if we can get above this zone here, maybe this high, it might start looking a little bit better. We also have a golden pocket around this little hiccup here and this high. So if we do take this high, there's a big chance that we might reject off of that and then come back, put in a little range, and then again see if that 382 holds on the bottom. and continues to the upside. So that's pretty much it for that. Now, the thing I really don't like is this line here. All right. So we are now officially below the yearly open, which we haven't been in a while. And on the NASDAQ, it's very similar, except we're actually above the yearly open. We're just above it. So pretty sketchy stuff. That I will agree with. That I will agree with. But remember, emotions are not for trading. Emotions are for, you know, other things in life. Whatever you're into, crocheting, scrapbooking, football, save your emotions for that stuff, not for the market. So just super objective. Don't want to get too fearful or too greedy. Remember to pay yourselves and get in. So again, there's the zone to the bottom, the zone to the top. It's a pretty big zone, but you're looking at 91,600 to 92,800-ish. But yeah, big zone there. So one thing I would recommend is just look out a little bit, especially if you're looking for day trades. Hop on that 5-minute chart, and it'll give you a little bit of a better idea of where the buyers are stepping in, and just look for that. All right. Look for sort of these sort of events here, right? When we first come into the zone, you get a big push back up, then another big push up, right? Not quite an engulfing candle, but it starts to show you that someone's stepping in here. And then as price is coming down here, you see all these wicks, you know, there's interest building here, right? So think about that as price is moving towards these higher levels. We want to see if those sellers start really stepping in. It's a little bit more obvious on the 5-minute chart than it is on the one, if you're looking for those lower time frame entries, and also information in general. All right. So, yeah, that is it for today. I mean, that's really what we're looking at here. All right. The news is really just getting me down, I gotta say, but it's more about the scammer stuff. And then you have all this weird crap about, you know, Michael Saylor. Who cares about Michael Saylor? He, let's just take a peek here at the Michael Saylor nonsense here. You know, this is Michael Saylor. And we were talking about this yesterday also, this zone here. You got your 618 extension and also this 150 level down here. That's going to be pretty nasty. But yeah, Michael Saylor is not looking great, but pre-market is up. So let's see how that goes. But this was a pretty decent opportunity if you wanted to short the micro strategy. Very nice. You open up below a gap here, so that's your island setup. All right. Take it to the downside. Let's see if they can rebound here. If Bitcoin starts to push back up, hopefully. And then let's also have a quick quick look here. I don't care why that might look different. Right, here's your ARK ETF also starting to dump down, but it looks very similar to the range that we're in Bitcoin right now. It's not that much different, right? So that's par for the course, but still pretty high. Now, apparently a lot of people are selling their ETFs, their Bitcoin ETFs, and that'll put a little bit of pressure to the downside. But, you know, don't be afraid. These people, when they start selling it, you know, they really should have been selling up here, way up at the highs. You know, that's where you're really looking to take advantage of stuff, is when you're way up here, but people keep hoping for the home runs, and then you lose 20% of value, and then people start selling, right? So that is the definition of panic selling. Not a bad thing to see in the markets. When panic selling starts, that's when a lot of big money will step in and eat that stuff up and then start pushing price to the upside again. All right. Not that needs to happen. We could definitely be going lower. All right. But just watch the charts, man. See what they're showing you. And that's about it. Now, if we do lose this zone here, what I'm really looking for is this 82-ish zone. All right, high 81 to lower 81. All right, it's right at the bottom of this daily fair value gap. And you also have a little demand zone here. Not the best looking demand zone, but it's not bad. Definitely not bad. So this is just the way I mark out my support and resistance, right? I love these little pullbacks. They're golden. You can see when you get these little strange moves that it really holds up on the line chart. So that is, I mean, that's pretty much it. It's a quick update right now. We are looking down here. We are looking down, but not bad. Not bad. I think that if we can hold this and again get above previous day's equilibrium, we should be all right. A lot of volume coming down into this. So now we need to see if the bulls can answer back here. All right. What's going on, Mr. Gabriel? Good to see you. So that's about it, really. There's not much else to say except that, yeah, got a bunch of fear in the market, and everybody is starting to get real emotional and do really bizarre things. Okay, so let's just see how this goes. We've got a really nice W formation here. Let's take this down to a 5-minute chart. Okay, you can consider either this the low or this the low, but either way, we've pretty much only got one level to the upside so far. So if this is going to turn into a market cycle pattern, we want to see at least one more level to the upside, and then maybe look for a reversal M. And if not, we might just get ourselves stuck in a little range here for now. But I really would like to see us test this zone to the upside here. It makes sense. Lose support, flip it, and then go down, or just get back above it. So that is gonna do it, everyone. Quick and easy today, but that's really all we got going on there. So having said that, hit the like button, join the Discord if you wish. That is really gonna do it. I'll be on the Discord in a short while, likely do a New York Live lounge session, and I will see you guys there, man. Stay safe. Don't be too fearful. Don't be too greedy. Keep your emotions in check. And just read what's going on. Have a great one, guys. Take care.